Okay, so I've been kicking around this idea for a new video series called Listen Local, hashtag Listen Local, that kind of mirrors the title of a couple of playlists I maintain, one on Spotify, one on YouTube, of independent music that I come across that I think is worth a listen. And in general, I think, it's something that I believe in strongly that, um, you know, it's really it doesn't take much for you to diversify what you listen to and check out some things that aren't spoon fed to you, um, that are kind of well hidden, because there's an ocean of really talented independent music that will probably never reach a wider audience. And so when you come across it, I think you got to champion it a little bit. I think you got to support it. I think you got to go a little bit out of your way, to just give it a little extra love, because that is the foundation of music within our culture. And as the foundation crumbles, the whole thing risks collapse. So I think it's important that you check out independent music, and I think it's important that you have a playlist of independent musicians, or that you use my playlist, and that you just give some spins every now and then, and just let the thing gain a little momentum. Just put a little bit of fuel on the fire. In any event, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if this is how the format's going to be going forward, but this is how it's going to be today. I'm going to turn you on to a single independent album that I just finished listening to. So away we go. The album is "Follow the Laughter" by Memphis Evans. Memphis is a good friend of mine, a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist in the Twin Cities area, someone who I've covered a couple of his songs, and he's covered a couple of my songs on YouTube, and back and forth. He is ironically the face of my Spotify Listen Local playlist, ironically because he has, as far as I'm aware, no material on Spotify. And so with this, you're going to have to take just a little bit of a hike if you're a civilian. You're going to have to go to the platform called SoundCloud that you may have been avoiding, as all the musicians say, hey, check out my SoundCloud. It's a platform that musicians like because it's free and you can put whatever you want there, and it is available and embeddable as a streaming service. Civilians don't like it because it doesn't have a lot of commercial music there, and you can't incorporate and make your playlists of, on the one hand, these things that you heard on the radio and on or wherever you heard them, and on the other hand, these independent musicians who pester you all the livelong day. In any event, just there's going to be a link in the description. You can go check it out, because this is a really nice album. And what I want you to think about is two things. First, I want you to think that I just handed you this on vinyl and said, hey, you got to check out this. I found this old Harry Nilsson album from long ago, and you're like, ooh, I think I might like Harry Nilsson, because this album reminds me a lot of a Harry Nilsson album I used to listen to as a kid called The Point. It's very cinematic. It's evocative. It's atmospheric. I want to read you the tagline of the album, because I think that really helped me anchor and just paint a mental picture as I listen to the thing from tip to tail. This album is partly about a Minnesota person visiting and romanticizing California. It's got a blend of songs and instrumentals, kind of connective tissue, and it's a really nice mellow mood. There's a handful of songs that stuck out to me on a first listen, and I'll just tell you what they were. The number one song, my favorite on the first listen, was song 9, "The Lighthouse and the Sea." I also really liked "Big Deep Heartfelt Chords." I had heard "Echo Some Tune." So "Big Deep Heartfelt Chords" is song 13. Song 14, "Echo Some Tune," is one that I've heard before, probably in a live stream or something like that. I don't remember which were the instrumentals that I particularly liked, but there were several that just really hit the mark. This is really well produced, really well put together, well orchestrated. You're not going to get bored. There's going to be little surprises, little changes, little twists and turns. heartfelt recommendation. Wholeheartedly recommend this one. Go check it out. Follow the Laughter by Memphis Evans. And until next time, hashtag listen local.